hustle.
Yeah.
It's well thought of hustle because the reality
Yeah.
is you get these students loans to go to college, to get a degree, to make more money. But when does this intersect? Because
Yeah.
the reality is, if you do have a college degree, the chance of you making more money has risen exponentially, right?
Exponentially.
Yeah.
So if you
Yep.
don't have one, then you're making money ahead of time. So you have a 4 or 5 year head start if you don't go to college by making money. But when the person comes out of college, then you're basically about even. But now the person out of college has more expensive. They had college loans. So therefore the value and the equity they don't have. So you keep on going. So it's probably by year 10 that there's a difference.
Oh, Jesus.
But but then again, if the person who didn't go to college, here's what I realized. I feel by year 10, the person who started working got that experience and then started going to school whilst they were at work. So they're
Much better.
advancing on that, they're advancing on their job just from based on the experience on the job, and they're advancing the job when they get the associate and then the bachelor's
Yeah.
and the master's. So
I completely agree with that.
by year 10, they have 10 years experience and
Plus degree.
a higher education degree. And by year 10 for you, you just have one degree with 4 years experience. But
Agreed.
different
Experience
dog
is,
on a different day
to
level.
me,
So,
experience still is the best teacher out there, bro. You know
oh
what I
yeah,
mean?
for sure, for sure.
So
But yeah, it's a tied
sure.
opportunities when you are afforded the opportunity to fail. Not everybody has the opportunity to fail, but so that's the thing you take for granted when you have that cushion, whereas you could try this random job because you have a home or you have just money sitting in the bank. You could take more risks.
so
You can earn more
question,
experience.
what are the opportunities? And I speak in locally, I speak in us. What are the opportunities for us out there? Are they in abundance? Jerron, you just graduated with your AA. Are there opportunities? Well, I mean, it's not a fair question now in these dire circumstances, but in general, let's say a year ago or 2022, are the opportunities there for a young Bahamian college graduate?
Well, I mean, it's been diminishing over the years
Mhm.
because a lot of times when you come out of college, you would hear that you're overqualified or we're not able to pay you what you want or what you deserve. So I mean, a lot of times people are discouraged from going to college or I mean, in regard and people are discouraged from going to college because of things like that. But at the same time, there are fields where you can find work, right? But I mean, it's like 50-50, because in some cases you can find work, in some cases you can't. And sometimes there's a technicality, other times businesses would open you, would welcome you with open arms. But I think Chair's point was very important. You know, when you have experience tends to outweigh your degree a lot of times. So the person who actually went to work first and then actually work and got their degree the same time, as opposed to the person who went to school full time and then went to work, the person with the more experience would actually be the better suited person to succeed in that job. So
Yeah.
So, Eddie, to your question, I think opportunities are there. I read somewhere that says opportunities look like distractions when one doesn't have any goals. So I think it's there, but just how it looks. If you don't know what it you're looking for, it can seem like a distraction. So, case in point, Jerron is an example of opportunity. Jerron has his own MT business. Jay is an example of opportunity. Jay has his own fitness business. You get the media, sports media thing with Sprint. That's opportunity. Me and the wife does HR consultancy. Those are opportunities. It's just that it doesn't look, if you were to give us that 10 years ago, it doesn't look like something. It just is you have to know what you want to do. And that's thing I learned is that job and work are two different things. Job, Master Rowe taught this. The job is from a Greek word or Hebrew word, GOB. be able to move something from one place to another. We have a lot of jobs that we literally just doing a mundane task over and over, and that's not
Yeah.
our work. You see, you can get fired from your job. You can't get fired from your work. I think if more people find out what the work is, I think you're supposed to do, then that's when the
Powerful.
opportunities will come. Now, the issue, again, Jay's work is to make sure people are healthy. So now he's finding different ways to manifest our work. Eddie's work is to make sure people know about sports. You'll find different ways to manifest our work. Jerron's thing is making people more comfortable and entertained. He's finding different ways to manifest our work. So I think once you see that, then you can find those opportunities. But if you're just looking for a 9-to-5 job, then it might be hard to find because a lot of people are looking for 9-to-5 jobs. And the thing is, with work with the world being so small now because of technology, we can all 4 of us do what we do. The people in Cambodia, people in Alabama, like because technology allows us to now bridge those gaps, and those are opportunities that Bahamians can have now. And the thing is, if we can look at what is happening, where the foreigners come and they do things here, why we can't we do the same thing? Like I've met plenty of people who say, I just came over, I had a place, I say, I found out the Bahamas and I want to find something to do. There they found something to do because they saw this now, not as an inconvenience, as something now as a challenge. Now I think what happens is that when we don't want discomfort or when we don't want difficulty, that we don't look for things that could potentially be a risk. But opportunities are a risk because you don't know if it can work, you know if it won't work. For anything it's going to be guaranteed you're going to learn something. Whether you're going to learn that this is a terrible idea or you're going to learn how to make this a better idea, you're going to learn something. A lot of people don't want to go through that process of learning. And because it's hard, because we are taught that if you go to a good school, you get good grades, you can get a good car, you get a good house, you get a good job, and that's
Rat
your life.
race.
And that's what we are taught, whether it's intentionally, whether it's subconsciously, whether it's directly, that's what we're taught. We're really taught to color outside the lines. And I teach this, especially when I teaching kids, color how you want to color. Because when we teaching kids to color in the lines, now we're literally putting them in boxes, say, hey, you need to operate within that. And that, to me, subconsciously, is a serious thing. When you tell yourself you can't color within the lines, you have to color within the lines, sorry, or as simple as a dog. Or the dog has to be brown. Why dog has to be brown? Because dogs are brown. Now imagine a person who created Clifford the Big Red Dog, has someone telling them dogs are going to be brown. They're not a big red dog. So all it is that's going back to me, that's opportunities to do something. But if your mindset is just to move from point A to point B, then you don't see those things. Our next thing's opportunity is that you see we had to bring in X amount of people to work in Abaco. What an opportunity should look like if he's a contractor, is that Abaco had a terrible storm. They need someone to work. That's an opportunity. But now you just ask somebody, say, what? Now I'm sure there's political rhetoric behind it. I'm sure it's rhetoric behind it, but that's an opportunity. I know an opportunity was lost when they had to send them to Crooked Island. Yes, our Crooked Island was destroyed. Fellas, so that's an opportunity to do something. When we saw they had people keep on coming, and I think it's outside we gotta look. When you see people that are coming to you for something, and make sure something worth giving with. Now you have to take advantage of that. If everybody come and do this, and that's my thing. And in the Bahamas, we have so much opportunities to do things, but we don't concern ourselves with it. And people come to take advantage of it. So you'll be surprised how many foreigners come in here to do business with. You'll be surprised how many people outside of the borders of the Bahamas come do business in the Bahamas.
And eager to do business. Like they
because
just,
there's so much work to do. And they excited. They excited to say they have a place on Tropical Gardens or they got a property in Paradise Island because they see that's opportunities, but they willing to take that risk because they ain't scared to lose a couple $1,000. Like again, to putting this up in a situation. If the 4 of us come together now and put our life savings together, I gotta work. Like we can't afford for that not to work. I have to work. And if it don't work, then I'm in trouble.